Welcome, everyone. TGIF. It is Friday again. We are here for Friday's inspiration. And I am broadcasting from snowy Netherlands. It is very cold here and blustery. It doesn't feel like we're coming into spring at all here. So, welcome, everyone. And Sweden, well, you would know, right? You know how cold it is. And good to see Wisconsin here. I bet it's cold there. And Canada, probably cold there too. Can't wait to come out of the thaw and we can really step into spring. So, today, welcome everyone. Yes, today, this is going to be pretty interesting because I've not shared anything like this before. I think the tendency for a lot of people is to, maybe keep personal things private. And so this is a bit of a vulnerable share today. What is this? What is this from? I have to put on my glasses. Arkansas. Okay, good. Great to have you here. So for those of you that know me, well, today, let me back up. We are going to be sharing my deepest, darkest secrets. And it's going to be pretty interesting. Hey, Danya from France. And so, those of you who have been following me for some time know that a lot of my journey has involved plant medicine. And I've spent a lot of time working with peyote many, many years ago, probably over a dozen years in and out of working in ceremony with peyote. I've probably done about 25 ayahuasca journeys. I've done a lot of work with Wachuma or San Pedro, both known by the same name. It's the same plant known by different names. Some mushroom work, some cannabis work, and toad medicine was also another one. It's not really a plant, but it's sort of along the same lines of creating some spiritual development and diving deep with these plant medicines and accessing places that you can't get to on your own. And so I've been feeling this call to dive deeper. I know that the healer can only heal others to the extent that they've healed themselves. So I've been on this constant mission of diving deeper and going deeper and deeper. And I thought I was complete with these plant medicines, but I was called back. I was called back to work with plant medicine. And I've been working with a new mentor, Christoph Melchizedek. And so he works with a plant medicine that he refers to as the root. We avoid its actual name because there's so much tagging and so forth. Of it just is it's too much of a word that gets targeted. So we keep it more on the down low. So this is a very, very powerful plant medicine. So that's part of the work that I've been doing here in the Netherlands, is doing my deep personal dives and discovering what's been in the way of my advancement. Because there's always more, right? There's always deeper places we can go. For those of you who are, up and ready to expand, always up here, expanding, 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 well, you're only going to be able to go so far because this is based on how deep our roots are. And so the importance of having deep roots has become very, very clear to me. And so during this journey, I'm curious how many of you have done plant medicine out here. Is that something that's been part of your spiritual journey, or maybe not? Maybe you have questions about it. You're really afraid of it. I will say that it's not for everyone. Well, maybe it is for everyone. I mean, it would benefit everyone, but not everybody's called to work with these different plant medicines. I know that ayahuasca was one that really called me, and I answered that call, and it was life changing. It was absolutely life changing. And so, yes, Danya has done, and Deborah is a no. So it's kind of a little, maybe a mix of some of you have, some of you haven't. So these plant medicines, they definitely will either call you or they're not calling you. And if they're not calling you, then don't worry about it. But if they are calling you, definitely pay attention to that call because there's something really important that is waiting for you to be discovered. So, in this journey, it was great to have you here, Linnea. Um, in this journey, this is a plant medicine I've not used before, and it works very differently than some of the other plant medicines. Like ayahuasca is very, kind of psychedelic and puts you on an upward, outward journey, and so there's a benefit to that. But this plant medicine takes you down, deep down into the basement. I can already feel myself getting emotional again. um, it takes you deep down into the basement to places that you have pushed down so far because they are painful, they are ugly, they are, yeah, as you will see. So, and we also know that these things that are pushed way down, the things that are in our subconscious, below our conscious awareness, are the things that are actually driving our bus. They are the energies that direct where we're going, how far we can go, how fast we can go, if we can go this way or that way. And, it really affects our journey. And so, um, I had I had an intention. I had some intentions. One of which was to bring in a life partner, expanding my business, and some closer relationships with some people in my life. And so those were the intentions that I came in with, and they redefined these intentions, and I'll tell you what these intentions were, just because then you can kind of see how this works. So my first intention became to heal my childhood, ancestral, and karmic programming. That really covers a lot right there. And so when I came into this, I had about 50% of the way accomplished that in my life so far. The second was to embody my radiance. So when you're more radiant, that affects a lot of things. And I was surprised that I was only 15% of the way with that goal or intention. And then the third was expanding my impact. Excuse me. I want to have a greater impact in the world in service to others. And I was about 50% of the way there. And then the last was to unify with my divine sacred beloved. And I was only about the 15% of the way there. So off with this journey, we started this journey with the plant medicines. And so the way that this one works differently is that it works a lot with the mind. This is not psychedelics, but it was like you were on a conscious dream, in a conscious dream state. When you closed your eyes, you could see visions like you were in a dream, but you were completely conscious. I wasn't, like unconscious or totally out of it like you are with some of these other plant medicines and so forth. So in this journey, I was given two assignments. One, I was supposed to connect with a soul extension. So we have, I think, a dozen extensions of our soul that have these different roles, and one of those extensions was still playing out as a sorcerer, and thus affecting parts of my life. So I was instructed to find this lifetime and to basically show it a better lifetime. There was a process around all that, but I'll just summarize it by saying that it was to find it and show it a better lifetime. And so that was mission accomplished. The second one was much much harder, much harder to find. This was an aspect of me that did not want to be found. So this was a past life. This is the deepest, darkest sorceric past life that I've ever had, and it was still had been following me. You know, you can have a past life that will follow you because it wants healing, uh, but I hadn't gotten to the point where I could heal it yet. And so this sorceric past life, I was supposed to find this part aspect of me, and I was to integrate it. That was basically the bottom line of the assignment. But as I went through this journey looking for this person, there was tons of faces, uh, and I eventually connected with her. There was a bunch of people that were coming through a doorway, and there was a man that locked eyes with me, and but I knew that this was her because of the way that he looked at me. And then he passed by, and then he changed into something else. And then subsequently, as I tried to track and follow, just kept changing faces, kept changing identities, and it was very hard to track down and find. So I got some more instructions to uh, what was the next set of instructions? To ask why this sorcerer chose such a dark lifetime. So then I was shown why. Okay. And do my best to get through this. So in this lifetime, I was forced to watch my mother and father and little sister be killed. The sister was about 6 at the time. And this enraged and frightened me so badly that I shapeshifted and was able to get away. But I was also so furious and angry and sad and all of that, that I started killing people. I killed hundreds and hundreds of people. And every time I shapeshifted and I got away. And so this went on for obviously for some time. And they eventually found me, and they they burned me alive in front of the whole community so that they would all know that I was no longer going to harm people. So when I now that I knew what I was up against, this finding this sorcerer, I was now supposed to integrate this, but she wasn't going to have it. She didn't even really want to be close. And so then I was instructed to my instructor said, "Well, why don't you use your magic on her?" And I was like, I had totally forgotten everything I do. And it's like, well, what do I do? How do I do that? And then I thought, I use what I do on her. I will use my system, the infinity system. So I was inclined to clear her heart. I put a hand in front and back of both the heart and just broke down into tears, just sobbing the pain that was so deep. And there was also a lot of purging involved in this, lots of tears, lots of purging. And in the process, I discovered that she had 500 curses put on her heart and 900 curses put at her solar plexus. Like all the people that watched me burn, they never wanted me to, they hated me. First of all, they hated me and the damage I caused to so many people and so many lives. And 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 they wanted to make sure that I would never have my power again. So all of that got cleared, got cleared, got cleared through lots of tears and lots of purging, and eventually it all got cleared. But she still wouldn't let me embrace her. So I invited her to just lay down with me, and I was eventually able to embrace and incorporate this darkest aspect of myself. And so this is it really helped me to understand a lot of things sort of that have happened in my life. And want to tell you about one other thing. Thank you guys. Just reading some of your comments. Um, wow. Let me take a break here and read what some of you have to say before I tell you this one other thing. That's a lot. It is a lot. um, uh, yeah, toad medicine is called. Hmm, thank you, guys. All of you appreciate your support. Yeah, this is a lot. Yeah, feeling me. That's so. I appreciate all of your support and your kind words. And so I want to share one other part about this this really something that happened about 15 years ago, and it helped me to understand my reaction when this thing happened. So I was out to dinner in a restaurant with a friend, and we were seated across from a family. There was probably about 6 adults and one boy who was about 11, and he had been burned severely. His head, his I don't even think he had ears, maybe nubs of ears, no eyebrows. I don't think he had eyelids. But the most horrible thing about it was that the surgeon thought it would be a good idea to create a smile for this boy. But it was not, it was it was a hideous smile. It was not a natural smile. It was like the Joker, that kind of crazy kind of smile. And when I saw this, I broke into uncontrollable hysteria, and I had to keep it silent. So I ducked behind my menu, and I could not contain or control myself. And eventually, the hysteria turned into tears. And I got up and excused myself and went to the bathroom and just broke down sobbing. And now I know that that experience, it was triggering this whole deeper, darker part of myself. And when I finally regained my composure, I was able to come back. But uh, that made sense to me now to have that severe of a reaction because of what happened. And so the reason that I'm bringing all of this up is because of the importance of what we don't know. We don't know what we don't know. I had no idea that that was pushed down, way down far. And it makes sense to now, it makes sense. And after that clearing, there was like my whole body, my whole system just settled down. It just got so calm, so much peace, so much silence. It was absolutely unbelievable. And so now I'm really excited. Supposed to take at least for me, I didn't know about anybody else, but for me, it's going to take, my guides are telling me it'll take about 5 weeks to integrate this. And so I'm excited just to see how this continues to unfold and what that is unlocked and how much more of me. We're here to be more you is my new mantra is how can we be more of us and what parts of us need to be cleared. And so today we're going to be doing a clearing because I know that this has stirred up a lot of stuff for all of you because you also have things in your basement. And I'm not saying this clearing is going to get down to the bottom of your basement, but it'll definitely get down as far as you're ready to let go of things that are holding you back, that are holding you back and are running your bus subconsciously from the back seat. And there's so much more that we're capable of. There's so much more that we're meant to do. And you might know and realize yourself that there's a part of you that is in lockdown and you can't quite access it. And so um, that's what we're going to be working on today is clearing some of this stuff. Icky feeling today, yes. So if this is stirring up some icky feelings and some stuff, then that's great because it's up for clearing. So here's Maria feeling a lot of fear and pain. Memories of sexual abuse from a young child have been bubbling up. Both parents involved. I know when I get through this, it will finally be me. And yes, at least a greater aspect of you, right? And yes, I've also experienced that in my lifetime. And and there's so many aspects that can affect. So let me just take one little break. I just want to like blow my nose. I don't want to be wiping my nose in front of you guys. So hang on just one second. All right, there we go. Whew, okay. Let's see. All right. Do any of you guys have any questions about anything, about anything? And because we're going to do a clearing now, and we're gonna clear whatever got stirred up because uh, something. You're here for a reason. You're here because you have some of your own darker things you want to clear. I feel a lot of anxiety choking in my throat. I keep getting sick because I'm not releasing something and breaking through patterns. It all makes sense. Yes. Let's see what we're ready to let go of today. Yeah, absolutely. And thank all of you for showing up today and being brave enough to hear my courageous journey. I'm always stepping into the fire and seeing what literally stepping into the fire, um, and seeing what else needs to be cleared. So under the full moon this week, yes, I was in a really heated pool. I cleared a lot of shame and emotions. I felt baptized. Yeah. Old stories coming up with my parents. Do you think we can get through this lifetime? It's really up to you. It's up to you if you how deep, how far, how fast you want to go. Um, so shape shifting. Now, I do not like I did back then, but maybe it'll come in handy at some point. I don't know. I am a really good chameleon. I can really fit into any situation. But as far as turning into something completely different, I don't know how to do that. I mean, I know how to do that because I've done it, but not in this moment. So the full moon energy lasts. There's really the strongest of it. There's a 3 day window in front and behind the full moon. So the full moon, I believe, is it on mm, full moon? I don't think the full moon is. this weekend. I think it's next weekend, isn't it? I was gonna say, let me look at my phone, but okay, it's not here. Here it is. Hang on. Oops. I think the full moon is not for another. Hang on, I have it written down here. The full moon is, or the new moon. Okay, so we're must be in a full moon now. Okay, good. Yes, the full moon already passed. So what I was thinking of is the new moon. Um, yes, the new moon is on on the 21st, right after the spring equinox. So another full, really big times happening. Full moon was on Tuesday. Okay, great. So yes, we have actually already started our next 18-day program. We started it actually just before this call. And so we're all excited about bringing our dreams, our desires, our intentions into full swing with this over these next 18 days and using the Dream Architect Toolkit as our foundation. So there's nine segments of our life that we're going to be addressing in this 18 days. So for those of you who meant to sign up, you forgot, it's like, oh no, did you already start? We started this morning. But you can still join over this weekend. You can get caught up on the recording that will be uploaded or is in the process of being uploaded. And so you really haven't missed much. Our first clearing has already happened, but you can listen to it as a recording and get started and join us because, every one of these 18 days is even an opportunity for me to go that much further, farther, faster. And so I love bringing a group along with me as I'm doing that. So hopefully you'll be able to join us for our next for this round. Yes, clearing shaming and shunning from the organization, the Jehovah's Witness organization. Yes. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with today's clearing. And we are going to establish a line of energy from the base of your spine all the way to the center of the planet. So this process, running your energy, is outlined in my book, Access Your Ultimate Power, the Blueprint to Infinite Intelligence. And that is available on Amazon. So we've got our grounding cord, we've got the roots that are going from the bottoms of our feet deep into the earth. And we're going to be bringing that earth energy. So those roots wrap around the entire planet. They intermingle with the entire intelligent root system. So we're bringing up that intelligence and that feminine, abundant energy up through our ankles. It's kind of slow coming up the ankles. So probably you guys not having enough fun. So the ankles are all about fun. So let's bring that up through the ankles. So there's something here. Hang on. There are some control beings right at just above the ankle, above that bone. There's about 5. So let's use that black flame. And so ideally, you're doing this along with me. If you're just coming here to get your energy clear, you'll never be empowered that way. And so my goal and intention is to teach you how to master your energy. And so that's what we do here every week. So bringing that up through there we go, through the calves, still pretty sticky. We're going to use that black flame so that we can clear all of these control beings that are in that back channel of your legs up just below between the ankles and the calf. Kuyama tiana pokuyama ai tiana ta apa pokuyo iamakai tiana pa amai. Okay, good. So now it's coming up through the legs, knees, thigh. When it gets to the top, it's going to go down that grounding cord. So you have a loop of energy up your legs and down the grounding. Good. Let's see if there's a worry circle. Excuse me, out to that third layer where there's some fear. And just pull that circle in around that root chakra, your worry circle. You have some people courting in here. So people that maybe rely on you because you're the Rock of Gibraltar. We're going to use the black flame so those attachments can transmute and then they'll just let go. And if you know who these people are, you can teach them how to ground themselves. Pay it forward. Okay, great. So as we are, great. So now there's no worry circle. The fourth part to getting ultra grounded is to ground our hearts. The hearts are nice and open, big open hearts, but let's ground it. We're going to go to the sixth chakra to ground our hearts. So that you have some beliefs around feeling powerless and this is the watcher energy. Use a rainbow flame right in the middle of your head. Transmute these beliefs that are not yours. Three, two, right? That second layer of rage. So these are the control beings. Use a black flame right behind your forehead. Moyama aye na tia na kukupuya amaye ti amakaye. Okay, good. So as we're bringing, let's see, we're still grounding the heart, aren't we? Okay, let's see if we can ground it now. Not all the way. 7, 6, 5. Okay, so at the heart, out to that third layer, more control beings, about 50, because they know how powerful the heart is. And yeah, they want to keep the heart down. And spells and curses in here. Use a black flame. Ipuku moye ama kaye tiena te pa kaye. Seven, 6, 5. The solar plexus out to that third layer. Third layer, third chakra is like a stop sign. More control beings. Another 50. So yeah. Moyama ye atia nakaya. Apaye pumuyo pupu kaye. Ama kaye tama piyama. Po uye atia. 3. Okay, so let's see if we can ground the hearts. Now we can ground the heart. Okay, great. And then the final part to getting ultra grounded is to ground our ovaries if we're a woman. So yeah, a lot of congestion there. So draw a line of energy from each ovary like a Y down into the grounding cord. Whew. Okay, great. And then the men will draw a line like a Y from the prostate and the testicles into that grounding cord. So that can get grounded. Some control beings there. Use a black flame. This is the men. Uh-huh. Right where that Y joins. Okay, good. So now we're ultra grounded. Let's bring pure source down through our creative rings, the rings that are stacked above our heads. As it comes down through the rings, recalibrating your desires and your highest and best interests. 6, 5, 4. So coming into the crown, 6, 5, 4. So it's stopping right at the heart. Oh, that's the 50th layer. Let's use a rainbow flame. This is the watcher energy. Moyama ye anaye kupuyo puma apaye. Tiama kukuye. Okay, good. Okay, there's still some energy here. Out to the 15th layer, use a black flame. These are fear entities. Uyamaye amakupuye amapaye. Tiamaye amokupuyo. And so there's some curses here as well. About 100. Let's use a black flame. Muyama kianatipia. Iama papaye komukuya. There we go. Okay, good. So there's some energy up around the head. We're going to back up a little bit. At the crown, out to the 3rd layer, more control beings showing up. And we're going to use a black flame so you can fully occupy your sovereignty. You are the boss of you this lifetime. And from here forward. Yeah. I can't imagine you'd go backwards from here. So, yeah, we are stepping into our sovereignty. And, okay, some curses here. 50 curses. Wow. So a lot of you have this, we have been on a similar path. That's why you're all here today, right now, because we've had similar paths. And so that's why there's like so much to clear, because you guys are ready and you're done with all the garbage you've been going through, right? Yes. Boyama baye tia nakaye. Amaye bubuyo. 7, 6, 5. Okay, so now we're come down to the heart. 4. Now we're coming down to the solar plexus. All the way out to the 100th layer. That's that Draco energy. Use a black flame. Yama yama ku yama papa na yama. Yama kiyama pia na paye pukuye. Okay, so coming down through the solar plexus. There's still some more there. Curses, yes. 100. Use a black flame. Pukuye amapaye, iamaye amakukukuye. Okay, coming down through the solar plexus, second chakra, spilling down the root. Take a deep breath into this vertical alignment. Connected way up high to pure source, rooted deeply into our Mother Earth. We're going to bring that 50-50 mixture up the front through the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth crown rings, aura, all the layers of your aura. All the way out to the 100th layer. Use a black flame in that layer. There we go. Ooh. Okay, there we go. Now, last but not least, circle of reciprocity. We're going to start activating the self-generated love. We're going to start amplifying that, making it brighter, bigger, warmer. And we're going to start bringing it out the right arm. Out your right arm. So right at the clavicle. It's not the clavicle, collarbone. Keep calling it the clavicle. It's the collarbone. Control beings. 50, yeah. It doesn't want you giving of this love out into the world. Use a black flame. Transmute that interference. Okay, good. Out that right arm. Then right at the corner, there's more. Another like 10. Use a black flame. There we go. So out that right arm. And then put the fingertips together so that energy can come through the palms, through the fingers, as it's coming up through that left arm, elbow, shoulder, down through the front and back of the heart, throat, 6, crown, through all of your rings. Okay, let's see if there's anything else that wants to be cleared today. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you guys. Done with the garbage for sure. We've taken the garbage out. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's actually looking really good. Chords. There's still some curses that want to be cleared in the heart. It's about 5. Out to the 15th layer, that's at 1% energy. So let's use a black flame to transmute these curses. Yeah. Yeah, so one of the things that I've noticed since having gone through this whole process with my deep dive is that is that a lot of the people that I had karma with over that lifetime of killing so many people are showing up in like here and there in weird ways, and Could be somebody I'm just crossing in the street, but they turn around and they look at me like, I know you. And then I check, and there's some karma there. I have to clear it. And I was looking at a lineup of people on some advertisement on the internet of people that were going to be at this speaker event, and this one woman looked very, very dark, and I had some karma with her. And so, it's kind of interesting the way these things keep unfolding. But I have noticed that my abilities have gotten stronger and more clear, more intense. And so, for those of you who have been wanting to go dive deeper, maybe on a one-to-one level, uh, this is probably a good time. And yeah, a lot of good stuff up for clearing for sure. So, and also as a reminder for those of you who want to join us, like you love this process, you love getting the clarity that happens is we do this once a week here, but if you want to do it every day for 18 days, okay, just imagine how much deeper you're going to go. And so we've already started this morning, but it's not too late to join us. You can get caught up over the weekend and we can reconvene on Monday. So hopefully one or the other will serve you a little better. Let me see what kind of questions you have. Terry's feeling much lighter. Great. About contracts. Maybe that's for another time. Contracts. Yes. Yeah, I did. During my processing, I cleared tons of karmic contracts and just a lot of karma with a lot of people. So a black tarantula used to shapeshift as well, but she can't do it now. Oh, maybe you can. Cleared shaming. Yes. Okay. I think I went through a lot of this already. Okay, good. Any other questions any of you guys have about what we're doing here today? And it's been my pleasure to have you all witness me today. So witnesses take on a whole new meaning for those of you who used to be Jehovah's Witnesses. That used to be the thing. So it's not a thing anymore. So next week we will be back for, I don't know what. I will still be in the Netherlands, and until we meet again, I'm hoping that will be on Monday for some of you. And for others, maybe you'd like to do some one-to-one work. And the place to start with that is with a vibrational altitude report. That's always the best place to get started. So you can see where you're at, I can see where you're at, and then we go from there. So either way, whatever you guys decide, it's all good. And I so appreciate you coming here. Please like and share this. This is a non-monetized platform, in case you hadn't noticed. For those of you who listen to the recordings, there's no commercials. So I'm not here on this platform to try and make money from doing these presentations. That's not why I'm here. Yes, I do make a living doing this, but that's not the point of sharing here. This is my free in service to humanity offer to all of you. And Maria, you're welcome. I'm giving a sacred tour starting Sunday. Yes, well, maybe you can still join. We're starting back up on Monday, and you can get caught up tomorrow. All right, everyone. Thanks again for all of you being here. I appreciate your support, your kind words, and we will be back next week. All right. Sending so much love. Namaste.
I'm having a bit more fun, a bit more joy, and feeling lighter is probably the best way to talk about it. The other thing is things are flowing a little bit easier. During the last 3 weeks, I've had a job offer, an extra job offer, I should say, which I've taken on board, which is a much better fit for myself, and I think I'll feel happier in that role, and they'll start in the new year, which is brilliant. So I think it's obviously quite down to this experience that we've had on this the afternoon sessions that we have. So I'm grateful for that.
When you say you feel amazing, like where were you before we started this, and how is that different now?
Oh, yes. Now, before we started this, I was in I was in purgatory. I mean, I was restless. I was scattered. I was extremely, leaking so much energy. I was very much so paranoid. I was very much so, fearful, extremely, deep in despair of scarcity, struggle, shame, so much of that, and just feeling totally worthless. But now I am feeling extremely empowered. I'm resting. I've reclaimed pleasure and play and potency and, a lot of intuition in my body. I'm able to really be much more efficient. I've manifested a lash extension certification program. Plus, I only had to pay 5% of a financial freedom investment pack.
Wow.
So that is and it was $3,000. So it's amazing that I got that deeply discounted. So I would be able to, have that financial freedom plus an amazing certification that's recession proof.
OMG, girl. I knew. See, she's just such a powerful powerhouse, and that this is all the energies that were holding her down. And so it's no surprise that you, Master Manifester, have created such a great opportunity. And I love hearing how much progress you've made in such a short amount of time, 21 days. Wow.
Yeah, incredible.
I decided to join this journey because I was feeling a little stuck financially and just emotionally with work and some personal relationships. And so this has really helped ground me and just start the day off in a really nice, positive tone. And it's brought me a lot of blessings. I've had transactions, close that I wasn't expecting. I've had additional income come into the household. I had a puppy manifested. She's running around right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
A little love in the house.
Yes. So much love. And it's just been great. And I'm really, really thankful to be here. And this has been such a wonderful group. And I'm just so blessed.
Yeah, it was a powerhouse group this time. It always is, but I don't know. Each time just seems to get better. I don't know what it is.
It does.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's really excellent.